Hi friends, how are you all? Friends, welcome to this new video on a very interesting topic in astrology. Yes, it is the Venus-Ketu conjunction. If you have this conjunction, or if anyone else you know has this conjunction in their birth chart, then what kind of results you can get, alright? Okay, this is, by the way, a very common conjunction I've come across in many birth charts so far. Do subscribe to my channel, friends. Okay, and if you want personal consultation, my number is there in the video description. Now, Venus is the planet of love and relationship. Okay, now Venus is connected to the 7th house, to this 2nd house in the chart of the cosmic man, where we have the signs of Libra and Taurus respectively. Now, 7th house is the house of relationship and marriage. Venus is the significator of that. So Ketu is the planet of separation. So definitely you can have separation after marriage. If you have Venus-Ketu combination, definitely there can be a separation after marriage. This is one possibility. That doesn't mean if you have Venus-Ketu, always the marriage is going to lead to separation. It's not that. There are other possibilities as well. Ketu is connected to foreign travel. Ketu is connected to foreign travel. Ketu is connected to distance and detachment. So maybe after marriage, you and your partner, you may be in a long distance relationship. You may be living apart. You may be living in different places. Okay, so places that are foreign to each other. So you may be living maybe because of work, because of various other reasons. Maybe you are unable to stay together. So you got separated for some reason. So this can happen. The marriage is working. The marriage is like okay. The marriage is very much there, but the partners, they don't stay together. They don't get to stay. They need to stay throughout the year. Say most of the time they are away from each other. They may meet once or twice in a year. So this can happen if you have Venus Ketu. Now again, friends, what we can say. Now Ketu is the planet of separation and detachment. Okay, so Venus, whether you're a male native or a female native, though Venus is basically the significator of wife in Vedic astrology, and even in BNN, Bhrigunandinari, Venus is the significator of wife. Alright, now Venus can also signify marriage and relationship. So whether you're male or female, you may feel kind of detached from that relationship that you're in. So the relationship, even your marital relationship, or maybe any sort of love relationship, you may be there in the relationship, but you may feel detached. One thing. Now love relationship also can kind of come to an end, and there can be a separation. Same thing can happen even with marriage. The other possibility is that after marriage there can be conflicts, because Ketu is also the significator of conflicts. Ketu is connected to the 6th house also, which is the house of conflicts, obstacles, arguments. So, and 8th house is the house of definitely, sadness, problems. So yeah, so definitely there can be conflicts. There can be clashes of opinion between you and your spouse if you have Venus Ketu. This can happen. All right. Then what else we can say, friends? After your marriage, maybe you need to undertake a foreign travel and go and settle down in a foreign land. If that happens, then it's good for your marriage. All right. Okay. Now Venus is also the significator of wealth. So after a certain age, you may be kind of detached to worldly things and wealth. This can happen if you have Venus Ketu. So Venus Ketu combination or conjunction is a very good placement of Venus and Ketu for becoming a spiritual guide, for becoming a healer, for becoming an astrologer, an occultist. Yes, for becoming somebody good at yoga, meditation, any kind of sadhana, spiritual practice, mantra siddhi. So yeah, you can do any of these things, because this combination will enable you to become a spiritual practitioner, a healer, definitely a religious preacher even. Why not? A guide, philosopher, a very good consultant. Venus Ketu person can be a very good and excellent consultant, counselor, an excellent even teacher and counselor. Yes. Then friends, what else we can say? Venus Ketu conjunction, I can say that Ketu is also connected to Pisces. It becomes powerful in Pisces. Ketu is connected to the 9th house where you have Sagittarius. So your partner may be religious. That also we can say. 9th house is also the house of God, religion, even worship. Then you can say that what else? Ketu is connected to 8th house also, where you have the sign of Scorpio in the chart of the cosmic man. So your wife or your partner, if they are connected to astrology, occult sciences, research, any kind of research, then it's going to be good. So yeah, so because Venus is the significator of relationship, primarily wife, but yes, also relationship and marriage. Okay, so if your wife is connected to supposing you have Venus Ketu, then if your wife is connected to astrology, then definitely the marriage can be saved, because then she's an astrologer, so the energy of Ketu is being absorbed. Okay, or occult field, or research, investigation, legal investigation, law, the profession of surgeon, chartered accountancy, insurance, stocks and shares, all these things are also connected to the 8th house. So whatever is being a detective, okay, any kind of secret investigation, the secret agencies, so all these things we see from the 8th house, whatever is hidden, whatever is secretive. So if your wife's profession, if you're Venus is the wife, so if your wife's profession is connected to any of that, then the marriage can be saved. Then again friends, Venus Ketu, if you are a male native and you have Venus Ketu, then you can be in any of these professions, definitely. This will happen definitely if Venus is also connected to the 10th house or 10th lord in some way. Then if your profession is connected to any of these things, to the 8th house, then it's going to be very good. You can also become a very good astrologer, you can become a researcher, investigator, surgeon, and so on. Even you can become. So whether you are a male or female native. Okay, so now friends, look at one more thing. Venus signifies the reproductive organ, the female reproductive organ, or the reproductive organ in general. Venus can represent, yes, because it is connected to the 7th house. It is also the lord and significator of the 7th house in the chart of the cosmic man. So if you have Venus Ketu, you may have some surgery connected to the reproductive organ, some surgery connected to say in case of a female, some surgery connected to the ovary or uterus, the female reproductive organ. So yeah, this can happen. Okay friends, all right, then what else we can say? Yeah, now let me move on to one more thing. Look at the zodiac sign. So if you have this conjunction in the 7th house, then definitely you're going to feel it very strongly in case of your marriage. Even 8th house is also connected to life after marriage. So 7th house, 8th house, then definitely problems in marriage you will see. But no matter where this conjunction happens, problems will be there in the marriage. It can be there in the relationship and marital life, because Venus is the natural significator of relationship or marriage. Okay, so no matter where it is placed. Now if Ketu is placed in the next house, then the conjunction also will be very powerful. If Venus Ketu are in the same house, same sign, same or different nakshatras, but if the difference in degree is 7 degrees or less than that, then it will be a very strong conjunction. Now especially if Ketu is ahead of Venus, then it will be very strongly felt, because Ketu is naturally retrograde, so it will very strongly move towards Venus if Ketu is ahead of Venus. Now say if Ketu is in the next house, say Venus is in the 7th house, Ketu is in the 8th house, then also this conjunction will be very powerful, because the 12th aspect of Ketu is considered to be very powerful, because Ketu is retro. In Bhrigunandinadi, the 12th aspect is very, very powerful. So it will be a very strong conjunction in Bhrigunandinadi, even if Ketu is in the next house and Venus is in the, say, in one particular house, Ketu is in the next house. This can happen. Then 5-9 aspect also considered to be very important in Bhrigunandinari. If there is 5-9 aspect between Venus and Ketu, Ketu is 5th from Venus, Venus is 5th from Ketu, anything, 5-9 aspect. Okay, if Ketu is 5th from Venus, then Venus will be 9th from Ketu, like that. So 5-9 combination, if it is there, then also it will be very strongly felt, very strongly felt. This combination will work. Okay, this conjunction will be very considered to be strong. Now then friends, look at the zodiac sign in which Ketu is placed, even Venus is placed. Okay, look at the zodiac sign. Say if they are in same house also, look at the zodiac sign. If then they'll be in the same sign. If they are in different houses, then do one thing, look at the zodiac sign of Ketu especially. So Ketu is in which zodiac sign? So that sign will give you the clue as to why the separation took place. Okay, now friends, you see what I am telling you. Separation, why did it take place? Venus and Ketu. Okay, Ketu is in which zodiac sign? Say Ketu is in say Capricorn. Okay, then maybe the separation or the distance which has come up, always it may not be legal separation, it may be just a distance which has come up, a lot of distance, physically you're distanced from your better half or spouse. So that distance has come in, or there has been a separation because of profession. It can happen either because of your profession or your partner's profession, because it's in the sign of Capricorn. This can happen. Now suppose if it is in the sign of Cancer, say Ketu is in the sign of Cancer, Venus Ketu both in sign of Cancer, or say Venus is somewhere placed somewhere and Ketu Venus they are aspecting, there is some aspect, 5-9 aspect or 2-12 aspect, especially if Ketu is casting the 12th aspect, then that is a very strong conjunction in Bhrigunandinari. Look at the zodiac sign of Ketu. Suppose Ketu is in Cancer, then maybe the separation or problems have taken place, the distance has come up because of the mother. Some mother figure is involved, either your mother or your spouse's mother is responsible for the distance that has come up in the relationship. Maybe that is why you have moved apart from each other. So some distance, you are, even if you are staying under the same roof, you are totally distanced from each other. Some mother figure may be involved if it is in the sign of Cancer, because Cancer, ruled by Cancer is the lord of the 4th house. 4th house is the house of the mother in the chart of the cosmic man or Kalpurush. So look at one more thing. If Ketu is in the sign of Cancer, I'm just giving you an example. The separation or problems or distance has taken place in the relationship. There's some distance has come in between the two parties or between the partners, maybe because of some property related matter. If Ketu is in the sign of Cancer, this can happen. The marriage did not survive because some property was involved in it, some flat, some possession of some flat, the possession of your maybe own home, something, some dispute over that matter had happened. So because of which, and that issue triggered the divorce. It can happen. Divorce or separation or problems or estrangement or alienation from each other. That distance has come in, maybe because of some property related matter. That can also happen. Again, in the sign of Cancer, emotional gap, emotionally you're not compatible. That can be the reason. You're temperamentally, emotionally not compatible. So yeah, that emotional connect is missing if it is in the sign of Cancer. And property, this can also happen. Some property was responsible for the split in the relationship. This can also happen if Ketu is in the sign of Cancer. So friends, find out Ketu is in which house. Okay, so you will get the clue why the separation took place, or why the distance has come in between you and your partner. All right, so let me know in the comment section if whatever I have told you in today's video has resonated with you to some extent, then let me know. All right, so I hope I have not missed out on anything. Food. Venus is also the sign of Venus is Taurus, so it is the lord of the Taurus rules the 2nd house of the Kalpurush. So cosmic man, in the natural birth chart of the cosmic man. So 2nd house is food. So if you have Venus Ketu, you may be under some dietary restrictions. You may not, because Ketu is a planet of restriction, problems, obstacles. So you may not be, you may be someone who's not free to have everything. Some problems, some restrictions in food, no matter where Venus Ketu is there. Also look at Venus Ketu, if it is there in your D9 chart, then also these things will be true, definitely true, because D9 is the chart of your fortune. It is, a kind of, it is, that chart is even closer to your nature. It is very close to your, to what is actually happening with you. So D9 chart is a chart of your fortune. So this combination, if it is in D9 chart, Venus Ketu in 7th house or any other house, then also these results you can get. Okay, there also. Then some distance from the family members, this can happen. You may love isolation if you have Venus Ketu. You may love isolation, you may love meditation, and you may love to do certain spiritual practices. You may have a spiritual bent of mind. Now suppose you have Venus Ketu and your marriage is working and everything is okay, then it is possible that maybe you have a very beautiful spiritual bond with your partner. There may be some physical you may not be very close physically, maybe because you have to travel very often for work or something, but very wonderful spiritual connection. Or Venus Ketu combination, your partner can be very spiritual, okay? Or you will get connected to a partner in a relationship. Maybe you will want somebody to be very spiritual or religious, then you will get drawn to that person if you have Venus Ketu. This also can happen. Okay, so friends, I hope I have not missed out on anything, but it's okay. There are n number of things so it's not possible to talk about everything in one video, but yeah, whatever I could remember, I tried to cover that up. So so friends, I hope this video has been informative. So do subscribe to my channel. See you next time with another informative video. I have been doing a lot of tarot reading these days, so maybe those who really loved my astrology videos are a little offended. I hope not, but don't worry, I am also very much an astrologer, I know that, besides being a tarot reader, definitely. So if you really believe in tarot, then you should watch my tarot videos as well. Believe me, just as astrology is a divine science, a spiritual science, tarot is also the voice of God. Yes? Alright, so friends, see you next time with another interesting video. Take care, do subscribe. Bye.